Hey, how's it going?
Good. How you doing?
Great.
Right on. Thank you so much for doing this, by the way. I'm super stoked.
Yeah, no problem. I was excited to do it.
Yeah, I saw you did the one with Soul Tribe, and I was like, oh man, I got to get on that. So-
Yeah, that's my buddy Anthony. He helps me with all of the For the Fans videos.
Nice, nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
I dig those guys too. They're out of Texas, right?
Yeah.
Right on.
So, yeah, I can't remember if I've met you before, but I've seen you live once.
Right, in Modesto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, gosh, almost 3 years ago now, probably. Was it
Yeah.
2018? I think it was 2018.
Yeah, I think that is right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Well, I can't remember if I met you guys that night or not, but it was super cool. My friend Aaron Pennington told me about you guys.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
Do you know him?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely. He was at another Modesto show as well. I saw him, like, we were eating at the same restaurant right before the show and everything. It was,
Oh yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, he told me about you guys. And him and I, because he was from Antigua and I'm here in Modesto, and there's like no reggae here whatsoever. And him and I were like always brainstorming, like, we need to bring more reggae artists out here, and we were always trying to. And he wanted to bring you guys out. And then we heard that you guys were coming out here, so I was like, oh, cool, let's go see them.
it worked out. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how long have you been making music?
Well, it's been a while now. Me personally, I've been doing it, since I've been in high school. So, and I'm in my 30s now, I'll say that. Low 30s though.
I'm up there. I'm in my 30s too, though.
Right on. Hey, we don't got to disclose everything there.
No.
But, yeah, so I've been doing it since then. And, I started off like, I was in a band in college, the Church Street Hooligans. And, that's kind of where I started, falling in love with, the whole performing aspect of it. And from then it was just game over. I had to move to Chicago just for, school and just to pursue better opportunities. And with that, I didn't have a band after that, but I just kept making music myself. And I did a solo reggae project, which then after that, I moved back to Davenport, Iowa, where I'm originally from. And that's where Jacob bought the first CD of my solo project. We linked up. We were already friends before then, but after that, the rest is kind of history. We started jamming after a festival, and that's what happened. So.
Oh wow, that's cool. That was gonna be my next question. Good job.
For sure.
So how did you guys end up you're in Sacramento now, right?
Yes.
How did that happen?
Well, we came out here for, we knew we were going to move out here, but we came out for Cali Roots just to watch. We weren't a part of the lineup or anything, and just get some inspiration. And but we knew we were going to stay. We didn't know where we were going to go. We just saved up a bunch of money, and we were in a van, and we were like, we'll camp out for a few weeks and see where we land. And I think we spent too much money, and it ended up being like the only place we can afford is Sacramento right now in North Highlands, and that's where we ended up. So
Man, cost of living out here has gone up so much just in the last like 5 years. It's crazy.
yeah, it is crazy. I'm actually trying to find a place right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, I mean, but it is what it is. I'm gonna make it work. I love California. So
Yeah. So I'm curious, where along your journey did you find reggae music, and how were you inspired to create reggae music?
well, it really started, at a younger age without me even knowing. Bob Marley was just being played in the house while my mom was cleaning and stuff. Sublime was around. And I didn't even think of Sublime or Bob Marley, for that matter, as reggae. I was just like, I like this music. I was young.
Yeah.
And then when I got older, the lyrics and whatnot from those particular bands kind of resonated with me more. And I kind of a little rebel, I guess, in me, and and I was just drawn to it. And so I dug deeper into it. and found, Peter Tosh. I got big into him right after Bob and whatnot. But then I got into Slightly Stupid with the more Americanized reggae. And I had, this isn't really reggae, but I had a big phase before my reggae phase with 311. Nice. I don't know why, but yeah. And
yeah, they go hand in hand.
Yeah, I dug them. But so they had that reggae influence a little bit too. And then Revolution came out and that whole wave happened and just everybody making the reggae. I was making reggae at that time too, but just seeing them come up and from, I saw them in Chicago on their first tour with 12 people there. And then the next year they come and it's a sold out show. That was just like, oh my, that gave me inspiration that, maybe a white guy like myself can make some music like them. And but yeah.
For sure. Yeah, so I grew up knowing the Hawaiian reggae because I grew up on Maui. Well, back and forth, Modesto and Maui, kind of weird, but
nice.
Yeah, so I didn't know reggae even existed in California or that there were like white boy reggae bands.
Right.
Until like I think 2014, I discovered Tribal Seeds and I was like, what? Well, I mean, they're not white boys, but just anything but aside of like Jamaican reggae and Hawaiian reggae, I didn't know that like it exists all over the world pretty much. I'm like, what?
Yeah, Tribal Seeds, they do actually a very good job of like, showing love and respect to the roots of reggae. Like they really do a great job of being a band from California, but I mean, they show, they do it just like a band out of Jamaica, if you ask me.
Yeah, totally.
But, yeah,
they're awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
Right on.
So when was your first Cali Roots?
Well, it was Cali Roots 5, so that's when we moved out. Yeah. And a funny story, like we came out and we went to the pre-party and we didn't know like what reggae was like out here. We knew that it was a lot bigger than the Midwest where we were from, especially Iowa. It was like us and 2 other bands or 3 other bands that played reggae in the whole state. And so coming out here, we were like, okay, we're going to go to the pre-party. I've never seen Arise Roots and Thrive is opening. So like Thrive started off pretty good. I was like, dang, these guys are really good. And then Arise Roots hits the stage and they introduced them as a local band. They weren't local, they're from SoCal, but like I didn't know that. And so when I see this local band and they're just killing it, like from the first, I'm like, I looked at Jacob, I was like, dude, we have a lot of work to do. I was like, these guys are awesome out here. And so just from day one, it was amazing. And then the next day, the festival starts and, first full day in California. And everybody's just blazing up around us. And like the steppers are playing. Like there's a guy with a bong and just sitting there. We're like, oh, dang, it's like that. Okay, let's go.
Yeah. I know my friends who because I've been going. I knew about it since 2014, but I didn't make it out there until 2016. But every year, my friends who have never been, they message me and they're like, is it 420 friendly? Like they don't know. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I know.
Like, they check your bag when you go in. I'm like, not really.
There's one of my friends, like I met up with him and he was like, here you go, man. This is so you don't run out during the fest. And he handed me like an ounce and I was like, what? How did you get that in the festival? Like,
I think they check for weapons and that's about it.
Yeah. As it should be though,
Yeah.
As long as it's not getting too out of hand.
Well,
and with weed, you can't.
That's the thing too, is I've never seen drama there at all.
Right, me neither.
At all, yeah.
I don't think I've seen a fight there or anything. I've never seen one.
No, not a single one.
Yeah, all right. So we have a new song coming out, and that will be on Friday, January 29th, and it is called Cloud 9. It's going to be featuring Evan Hawkins of Through the Roots, which I'm stoked about to be able to work with him on this song. And yeah, I mean, he provided a lot of good feedback and whatnot too. So, it was really great to work with those guys. And we played shows with them before, but to have this kind of interaction was really cool,
Awesome.
And so that one, it's kind of more of definitely got a rap feel, just for everybody out there to know. But we're going to be releasing more reggae feels too. We're not going straight to hip hop, but definitely more of the reggae rap feel.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, and thank you very much. And my boy Scott Lee once again did the mixing and mastering, and we had a guy Alan Ulysses who helped us with the production as well. He's been helping us. He reached out, and I don't know how we got blessed by him to find us and want to help us, but it happened, and I think people are gonna like the new sound we're gonna keep putting out, and I hope you can like see the difference from what it used to be to what it is now, because he makes a huge difference. So
I like the track, and I like Let It Go too. When you guys put that one out, I listen to that one a lot. It's really good.
thank you very much. Actually, we had the drums on that are from Horseman, and I don't know if anybody knows who Horseman, but he's a legend over from across the pond over in England. He does a lot of work with the Skints and stuff. But those are his drums on that track. So
nice.
Yeah, so that was also an honor.
Awesome. Have you guys had any other features like that?
I mean, we got our boy Chazzy Chaz, world famous Chazzy Chaz. That's what he goes by, Chris Chadbourne. He's he's in a few different bands, but he's Triple Tree out of Chico, and also he was in our band J Ross and the Higher Elevation together, but he laid down the guitar part on Let It Go.
Oh, cool.
And yeah, we do have some more features coming up on we're going to release an album this year, or at least a bunch of singles that will equate to an album worth. But
awesome.
We should have some more features on there, but I can't speak on those at this moment.
So where can we find and support your music? You guys are on Spotify, I know.
We're on Spotify, iTunes, Amazon Music, pretty much everywhere you can find music. Pandora, we have a few tracks up there, but they're kind of slow at submitting. I know Backdoor is about to be there like today, they just told me, and we released that a few months ago. So Cloud9 will be on Pandora in probably 2 months. But I mean, it's on most everywhere that you can find music and whatnot.
Cool. Awesome. Yeah, I was a Pandora girl until I realized that I was missing out on a lot of new music because it wasn't up there yet. And then I heard about Spotify, and now I'm just like all about Spotify. I love it.
Yeah, Spotify is great. Actually, we want to encourage everybody who wants to listen to our new single to go to Spotify and listen to it. Just because those end of the year numbers sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I hate to say it. But
I love that thing how they do that at the end of the year, and they tell you like your top tracks that you listen to and top bands, and which I kind of already know who it's gonna be every year.
Right.
But it's just kind of fun.
I bet I can guess. Is yours Ayaterra?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like 3 years in a row.
Right on. They're awesome. Those guys are amazing, actually.
Yeah.
They got next if they already don't have it right now, is all I gotta say.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Nathan was just right before I jumped on here. He was live on Twitch, just for fun, making a metal version of one of their slower songs, and I was like, "This is dope!" Yeah. So I don't know if you can go back and watch it after it's done, but it was on Twitch. If you want to check it out.
Man, you know what? You should have just told me, and we would have just postponed this. You could have watched the rest of it.
I think he was finishing it up right when we were about to meet in here, but yeah.
Oh, right on.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, Nathan's awesome. That guy is amazing. We're fortunate enough to play a couple shows with them up here in Sacramento, and I mean, those guys are they're some of the most humble guys too. Like, we didn't come up to them or anything like I wanted to, but they came up to us first. They're like, "Hey, what's going on? We're Ayaterra." And I was like, "Dang, I know."
They're super friendly. I love it. That's part of the reason why I like them so much. Them and Mike Love. I whenever I get the chance to actually meet the guys and whatever, I don't know, it's just when you have that personal connection, I don't know, makes me like them more. I don't know why, but
definitely to know that the people behind your favorite music are good people is like just so awesome, because I've met some of my idols and I wish that I didn't, but I'm not going to name those guys, but but then I've met some of them and I'm like, yes, I knew you were like this. Like, yes.
Yeah, right. It's funny
But
too, and you never know when you're gonna catch you might catch somebody on a bad day, because I'm not gonna name any names either, but I met somebody once and I was a little disappointed, but I met this person after a show at the end of the night when I think they were probably tired and over it. And then like 3 or 4 years later, I met them again before a show, and like the most loving person the second time around. So you just never know, you know?
I 100% agree with that, because I've had experiences with people like that too. And, you know, being a touring musician, I'm sure that I have not been the nicest person before on the road, and not on purpose, but it happens. So
Yeah, I don't know how you guys do it with the touring and night after night and
man, and like we don't do it as much as a lot of people. Like we don't even do it as close to as many people. But yeah, I mean, putting in the work, you got to do it, and it's part of it if you really want to do something. And we just did it just to see what it was like, I think. So we're waiting for the right opportunity the next time we hit a big tour like that. But
hopefully soon.
yeah, I know, with everything being shut down, it's gotta open back up sometime. But
Yeah.
we also have a lot of fans. Well, I think most of our fans are back in the Quad Cities and like in Iowa and Illinois in the Midwest. So
Oh yeah.
we each year we try to get back to them, and it's always kind of tough because we got to make our own tour sometimes just to make it happen. But
Yeah.
we always make it happen, and they make it worth it. So much love to that whole area. Much love to the Quad Cities. Love you.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I just appreciate this a lot. Thank you so much for doing this.
Yeah.
To let us promote this one.
I like learning, you know. I like doing these just to learn about you guys, you know. I like I don't know, just getting like behind the scenes kind of stuff. And
For sure.
oh, I have a good question.
Yeah, if you got some random questions too, like you can throw them out. Like it doesn't have to be
Sure.
about music or anything.
Do you have are there any songs that have like a cool story that go along with it, like how the song came about or anything like that?
Oh man, like ones that we already put out or ones that are coming up or
Whatever.
Okay. I mean, yeah, like I think each one of my stories come from, something real for the most part, or an experience or something that I see firsthand if it isn't me personally. But Let It Go, I can talk on that. Like I still had my job at the time, and I kind of feel like I manifested losing my job because I said, yeah, I kind of in the lyrics, the boss man told me to turn back and go home and find a new job, and that actually happened 2 weeks after I released that song. But it wasn't for like I didn't get fired. It was just COVID. He was like, hey, we're shutting down. I was like, man, I released Let It Go 2 weeks ago. Is this from? Sometimes I think about that, but
Listening.
yeah, and so I sometimes I'm wary about what I say in songs now, but it's too late sometimes with other songs. So I'll say this to songwriters: be careful what you put out there, because sometimes it can really happen.
I always got kids and dogs coming in and out, and
You're good. It's all good. That's how I'd be here if I wasn't like in my room. So like shut the door and everything. You'd see a bunch of dogs behind you.
All right, so I'm going to preview this song now.
Burn the marijuana down. That's why I'm feeling so good lately. Hey, crack a smile, hide the frown. Haters try, but they can never get me down. I'm floating on that cloud nine, baby. Hey, hey.
So let us know what you think about the new song in the comments, and we're excited to share it with you this Friday. So what time does it come out on Friday?
So it'll probably drop at midnight the night before on the East Coast. So
Gotcha.
in Central Time it'll be out at 11 p.m. and out here on the West Coast It'll be out at 9 p.m. So you can actually get it on 128, even though it says 129 is the official release date. But for everybody staying up and you're up at 9 p.m., go ahead and go download the track. If you want to buy it, that's fine. But, just make sure you stream it, share it with your friends. We just really appreciate that. And once again, shout out to Evan from Through the Roots for coming through and just killing that verse. Some guys who do features will just, I'll do a feature and they don't really care. But I think he absolutely murdered that verse and put it all into it. So once again, much love, brother.
Well, thanks so much for coming on and doing this interview with me. It was super fun.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate this. And I'll come back anytime. This is a lot of fun for sure.
Awesome. I'd love to do it again.
Well, all right. Well, I hope you have a great day.
You too.
And we'll talk to you soon.
All right. Sounds good.
Peace.
Bye.